Greetings and welcome to another edition of The Great Goddess. Praise be to Goddess. Praise be to Goddess. Well, here it is, another Wednesday, and this Wednesday the subject is GMOs, and also I'm going to have some information on some very healthy fruits and vegetables for you a little later on. First, I want to start with the topic of GMOs, and just so you know, happy May Day. I hope everybody got to decorate their house with flowers and bouquets and all sorts of things. Even plastic flowers are fine. Just decorate your house for May Day, because the Festival of the Mother is coming up, and May Day is the official beginning of this motherly season of May. So, today the subject is GMOs, and I have been watching since last Saturday a series. It's called the Food Revolution Summit, and it stars Ocean Robbins and John Robbins. They're the hosts. And the Food Revolution Summit is another summit. It's yet another food summit. We already had the Mastering Diabetes Summit and the Truth About Weight Loss Summit. Now we've got the Food Revolution Summit, and this particular summit, they've been discussing all the things that are going to revolutionize eating, and especially vegan eating. And they do recommend a plant-based diet, which is technically mostly vegan. And they've been recommending a healthy, whole food plant-based diet, so healthy foods like fruits and vegetables. You can also have whole grains and legumes and beans. Those are fine too. Great day for me. I had a vegan pizza. I've been craving pizza, and I haven't had pizza in months, so this was a change for me, and I really enjoyed it. But it was full of fat, and I shouldn't have fat like that every day. I put Daya cheese on it, and it was great. Tasted just like pizza. So, without further ado, GMOs. Now, what are GMOs and why are they important? Well, we all know that GMOs are genetically modified organisms. And they discussed this yesterday during the summit. And that was the topic yesterday. And I can read to you who some of the speakers were. Let's see who the speakers were. Vani Hari, so you can look her up. VANI space HARI. Vani Hari. She's a food activist who says no to toxic food. Also, Andrew Kimbrell. Kimbrell is Kimbrell. And his suffix is JD. He's a lawyer. And he's an attorney involved with food safety. And he spoke about GMOs as well. And also additives like hormones and that they put in meat and all sorts of toxins. And also Jeffrey Smith. And Jeffrey Smith is an activist that specializes in GMOs. And his movie is called Secret Ingredients. Secret Ingredients, and you can learn more at www.secretingredientsmovie.com. And ingredients is INGREDIENTS. So secretingredientsmovie.com. And he also wrote a book called Seeds of Deception. So Seeds of Deception is his book, and it's about GMOs, more about GMOs. And these people are experts in their field. They know more about GMOs and food additives than most other people know. And they do not recommend GMOs. No GMOs. So genetically modified organisms are something to be avoided. And the best way to avoid them is to look for non-GMO certified, like the Non-GMO Project certifies non-GMO foods. And also, in addition to the Non-GMO Project, there's organics. So any food that's organic is non-GMO automatically. So organics are fine. So look for organic foods, and non-GMO foods. And one of the GMOs they talked about is a gene they edited or spliced into corn to produce a toxin. And this toxin is called BT. BT stands for Bacillus thuringiensis. And this toxin is produced by soil bacteria, of all things. Only they amp it up hundreds of thousands of times, so it's producing way more toxin than you would find in soil. And this bacteria kills insects. It drills a hole in the walls of their intestines. And it drills these holes and makes the insect die. They die of starvation. They die of other toxins that get through their gut walls. Well, guess what? It turns out it does the same thing to people. And there's been studies done showing it caused harm to mice. There's been studies that show that it drills holes in human cells as well in a petri dish. And this is what it does. It drills holes in your gut. And it causes what's called leaky gut syndrome that causes this Bacillus thuringiensis that they put in corn. And the corn pervades all of our foods. You find it. I don't know if they spray Bacillus thuringiensis, but I know that they splice the gene into corn. Cornmeal, corn chips, high fructose corn syrup in general, sweet corn, corn, even corn on the cob might have it in it. I don't know. And of course, meat, because meat, they feed the cows this BT corn. So, and chickens too. So beef and chicken are sources. So this drills holes in the wall of intestines, and it's very serious. It's very serious toxin. It's biocide, meaning it kills everything. It kills everything that's an animal. And you want to avoid Bacillus thuringiensis. Another thing to avoid is Roundup Ready vegetables and fruits, and corn and grains. They spray Roundup on corn. They spray it on oats. They spray it on beans and lentils. They spray it on rye and barley. They spray it on wheat. They spray it on basically all the grains and some other vegetables as well. Sugar beets is one. So sugar is another source of this Roundup. And the Roundup Ready vegetables absorb the Roundup, and it goes into their leaves and into their stems and into their shoots and berries. And it poisons everything, basically. And so we want to avoid Roundup. Roundup is on its way out because it's been proven a known carcinogen, and there's lawsuits in the works for all sorts of people that have cancer, especially bone cancer and leukemia, because that's what Roundup can cause. And so I'm wondering now if I have holes in my gut from Bacillus thuringiensis. I'm wondering what effect Roundup has had on me. I've had exposure to lots of grains. I eat oats all the time. So I wonder if that's been affecting me. And it's something to think about. It's something to avoid. These things can cause leaky gut. They can cause food allergies. They can cause cancer. And food allergies and cancer are the two biggies. There's other things as well. There was a family whose son had autism, and they had 21, this was in Secret Ingredients movie, Secret Ingredients, the movie. They had 21 ailments all between all 5 of their family members. And the son was basically autistic. He couldn't speak. His doctor said he would never speak, that he would never have social interactions, that he would never go anywhere in life, and that he was done. And what the mother did was she studied the topic, and she went organic. She eliminated all contaminated grains and all contaminated food from their diet and went just strictly organic, a strict organic diet. And do you know that today her son, not only does he speak, but he's also a straight A student and has lots of friends. So eliminating these things and going organic is essential. Now the damage may already be done, but it's possible, like in the case of this autistic son, to reverse some of the damage or to undo some of the damage. And it is possible, and it's worth trying. So I'm not saying I'm going 100% organic, because that's very difficult to do, and you'd only have to do that if your son had autism or if there was something else serious in your family. But I'm going to try to buy more organic products from now on, and avoid some of these neurotoxins that are just basically poisoning America. And there's so many people with cancer now, and it's all because of this Roundup and BT and other poisons, diazinon, and all sorts of pesticides and herbicides. Herbicides are really biocides. They call them herbicides, but they're really biocides because they kill everything that lives. And another example of that is Agent Orange, which is coming back. Agent Orange and Agent Yellow are making a comeback because of the demise of Roundup. They're just looking for another herbicide that they can use to kill everything in the field. And of course, there's the Monarch butterflies and our bees, and how sensitive they are to these pesticides, and how they're dying of Roundup, and how it's killing them. And the monarchs, their milkweed is disappearing that they need to live. Their offspring eat the milkweed every year, and we don't plant enough milkweed, and there's not enough milkweed out in the field because of these herbicides. So the monarch is disappearing, and what a loss that would be to lose the monarch butterfly. And like Andrew Kimbrell said, it hurts our spiritual development as well when we lose precious creations like the monarch butterfly, goddess's creation. So we're losing things. And the way out of this, the way to remedy this, is to eliminate these pesticides. Now, if you just don't give conventionally grown food your money, then people will begin transitioning to organic farming. And if there's enough demand and everyone transitions to organic farming and away from conventional farming, then we will see a difference. We will make a real difference for the monarch butterflies, make a difference for pollinators like bees, and most importantly, we'll make a difference in our own health and the health of our loved ones. And of course, I do have a list of healthy foods for you. Here's some of the things that these foods do. Cacao stimulates stem cells. So some cell production is stimulated by cacao, which is chocolate. So you want dark chocolate. That's the most potent kind. And that stimulates stem cells. Eat brassica, kale and broccoli. And the kale and the broccoli are, I don't know if they stimulate stem cells, but they're very healthy. They're very good. Coffee and tea. Or if you can't have caffeine, then I would skip the coffee and tea. But you can also have nuts and seeds, and they'll have the same effect. Nuts and seeds are very healthy. And these are some of the things that can reverse blockages in the arteries and veins, and also stimulate the production of stem cells. So these are things that stimulate stem cells. Blackberries, walnuts, and pomegranates activate the immune system. Mushrooms too. So mushrooms, blackberries, walnuts, and pomegranates activate the immune system. Broccoli sprouts. Broccoli sprouts result in 22 times, not 22%, 22 times more immune cells in the bloodstream. So broccoli sprouts are really potent immune activators. For the microbiome, fruits and vegetables with lots of healthy fiber to feed the microbiome. Add healthy bacteria, sourdough bread, sauerkraut, and kimchi. So these sourdough bread, sauerkraut, and kimchi are sources of healthy bacteria. Navy bean and black beans and adzuki beans are good. They feed the gut microbiome. Deeply colored foods such as cherries or blueberries, or anything deeply colored, even strawberries, are very good for immunity and health. So these are all, information came from William Lee, MD, and we heard from him today. Lee is L-I, William Lee, MD, and he wrote Eat to Beat Disease. So that's his book. And also I heard from Anthony William, who is the medical medium, and he recommends celery juice. And celery juice gets rid of pathogens and viruses. And you should have 16 ounces a day on an empty stomach. He says the liver of our bodies, our livers, not eating liver, but our livers are the hero. They filter toxins and pathogens, so everything we're exposed to, dryer sheets, detergent, perfume, car exhaust, everything we're exposed to, all gets filtered out by the liver. And all the pathogens too, streptococcus, HHV6, HHV8, Epstein-Barr, all the viruses get filtered out by the liver too. So the liver Anthony William was involved in the Heavy Metal Detox movie. Now by heavy metal we don't mean music. It's not a musical movie. It's heavy metal detox. Actual heavy metals like cadmium and mercury and lead are detoxed. So heavy metal detox movie, you might look that up. He recommends dragon fruit and beets for your liver, and especially dragon fruit. Dragon fruit has been shown to be much more potent than beets, but beets are good too for your liver. And the technical name for dragon fruit is pitaya. It's called the pitaya, P-A-T-A-Y-A. He says fat is bad for your liver, so avoid high-fat foods. Obviously, pizza's high in fat, even vegan pizza. So high-fat foods, avoid those for your liver. And you can have pizzas with roasted vegetables. That's fine. Eat broccoli, mache, arugula, parsley, asparagus, zucchini, and summer squash. And those are all foods great for your liver. Eat adrenal snacks, fruits and nuts. So combinations of apples and walnuts, apples and almonds, bananas and walnuts, apples and celery sticks, apples and dates. These are examples of adrenal snacks. And if you eat them, they give your adrenal glands a break. And then you aren't producing so much adrenaline. And these adrenal snacks give your adrenal glands a break, and they help to detoxify. They help the liver detoxify adrenaline. And coffee stimulates adrenaline. So you want to avoid coffee for that reason and tea for that reason, because the caffeine in coffee and tea stimulate adrenaline. And adrenaline is what you want to avoid. Adrenaline is toxic to brain cells, but the liver detoxes adrenaline. So your liver is overworked detoxifying this adrenaline and everything else that goes into your body. So, and also fat hurts the liver. So why not give your liver a break? Why not give it a break and detoxify with these adrenal snacks? And so apples and walnuts are great. Apples and dates, apples and celery sticks, bananas and walnuts. These are all adrenal snacks, especially apples. So that's it. If you want to look up the Food Revolution Summit, you can. It's going on right now. There's about 3 days of it left. There's about 3 days left of the Food Revolution Summit. If you missed it, which you probably did because I didn't tell you about it until day 5, you can get the empowerment package, and it's sold right on the Food Revolution Summit website. I think that's foodrevolution.org or foodrevolutionsummit.org, one of those. And it's put on by Ocean Robbins and John Robbins, so you can type in Google Food Revolution Summit Ocean Robbins, and it'll pop up. And give it a try. Go ahead and buy the package if you need to catch up on any of the details. I've been following it since the beginning, so I had some of the great information about GMOs and pesticides, and how the pesticides are hurting people, how they're releasing tons of pesticides on the island of Kauai and so on, and Molokai in Hawaii. And so just look into it. Look into the Food Revolution Summit. If you think it's worth it, go ahead and buy the empowerment package. Only for 3 days more. It'll be available for 50% off, and then the price goes up. So now's the time to invest if you want to. And I'll see you next time.